We start with the Conduit Handicap race number 8. And we've got Maldives at the top of the book. He's up £3 on that placing behind A Cheerful Days. Leap of Faith is coming back in trip to the 1650. He has had 3 trials since we last saw him. Kinda Cool goes to the 1650 for the first time round the Valley. Invincible Missile carries an extra £7 for his last start win. Smiling Time, cheek pieces off, the blinkers go on. Royal Campbell, cheek pieces again. The tongue tie has come off. Kowloon Great makes his Happy Valley debut and he goes from the 1400 of Sha Tin to the 1650 at the Valley. In Sky Forever comes to the smallest circuit for the second time. His first was over the 1,000 metres. So 1650 metres here, Tom. Class 3 events. How does the speed map line up for this one?
Yeah, the speed here over the 1650 is up front with Fearless Fire. Now, he is a horse that certainly does have pace, and Oscar Glory is another one that has pace, Paul, but he has to come out of barrier number 11, the one-time winner. One of the outsiders, I think, in the market will be Royal Campbell, and he is going to end up with a tough run.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't he? I mean, I think Fearless Fire would be pretty keen to hold the rail. If Oscar Glory puts that much pressure on him, you know, we can let him go, and that might help Royal Campbell. Sky Forever's the other one, which I'm not really sure about because he's up in trip. He's up to 1650, so a little bit of a question mark up there. Just might be slightly more forward. We know that Invincible Missile races best when he goes back, along with the Gift of Lifeline. I think the favourite Maldives will get a nice run, whatever happens.
That is a perfect way to start with Maldives. Zach Purton takes the ride. Beautiful draw this week. And Nick had a chat to Zach at Trackwork.
Zach, Maldives is a horse that you're going to jump back on Wednesday night. You and him have got plenty of previous form. Yeah,
he's been a good horse to me over the years. I've won a few races on him and looked like I was going to win a few more as well. But yeah, he can be a little bit tricky, although he looks as if he's ironed those things out now. And he seemed to get around the Valley quite well last time. So let's hope he's in the right frame of mind.
Just on those idiosyncrasies, was that just probably an immature thing, possibly? As you say, he might well have just sort of ironed them out now.
Yeah, it come out of the blue because he hadn't shown any sign in the mornings or in his trials or previous races that was in him, and obviously something just caught his attention, and then he followed that through for another couple of starts before he was able to put it out of his mind and start to get on with the job again.
He was third last time to horse that you won on Cheerful Days. You would have gone back and assessed that race. What was your take on that recent performance?
Yeah, it was a good performance. It was a really slowly run race, and then in the straight he sort of just had his momentum shadowed a couple of times, but I thought his run was good, and from the good gate, if we can just get an evenly run race, there's no reason why he can't be in it again.
Just on the aspect of the gate, he's drawn gate number 1. Is cover quite essential to him, do you think, throughout his races?
Yeah, he's not a horse that leads anyway, so he's certainly going to get cover from that gate, and it's just a matter of trying to get him to relax and enjoy himself in the first half of the race and let him do the rest.
Just on reflection from the weekend, it's been a couple of days since Waikuku's win in the Stewards Cup. John Size went on record as saying it was almost like a piece of track work. You were able to sit on the leader's quarters and get a lovely run round. I mean, it was a big win from him and another Group 1 to his CV.
Yeah, of course. Any race is hard to win, and especially Group 1 races, so there's no fluke in what he was able to achieve, and I felt his form continually improved as the season went on. I thought his last barrier trial was really good. I went into the race thinking he could run well. Obviously, you don't expect to beat the champ, but the race was run to suit me. I was in the right spot. I was able to get first run on him, and you know, just credit to my horse and the way he's trained on.
Incredibly strange times that we live and race in at the moment, Zach, but nice that obviously you and your family live more or less on site. Great to have them here as well. That was them on the turn, I believe?
Yeah, it was, and without any crowd there or anyone there, they were making plenty of noise as I went past the winning post, screaming and waving out. So yeah, I gave them a wave back. It was nice that they were able to be a part of it. It's a shame that they can't come to the races like everyone else, but it was still good that they were there to be able to enjoy that moment.
And am I right in thinking that Fellowship was your first Group winner here in Hong Kong? Would that be right? That was a Stewards Cup, I believe.
First Group 1, yeah, that's right. So you've done your research on the money there.
I try my best, Zach. Well done on winning another one, and hopefully many more to come, obviously, on the back of what was a nasty injury on the 12th, back to the 23rd of January, and a Group 1 win, so a great way to bounce back.
Yeah, it is good, and, you know, hopefully things start to roll along a little bit more. It's, you know, as I feel better and get fitter, I think things will just continue to pick up for me.
And quite the 6 weeks for Zach Purton. Just on Maldives, Paul, he's got 132 pounds on his back, but he has carried that to victory in the past.
Yeah, he has. He's a tricky horse, isn't he? I think Zach summed it up there. He's like a man with no teeth trying to eat peanuts. Look, it's a very, very hard situation. But once he gets in, he's definitely got the ability, and he can stretch out nicely. And I think, I think he can win this race as long as he's on his best behaviour.
David Hall's got him going well at the moment. He's drawn gate number 1, so with a bit of luck, I think he can go close.
Invincible Missile. Tom is our next replay, and this is him on IJC night. We'll have a look at his trial after this shortly, but he's holding his form well, this horse.
Yeah, he is. Look, he really finished off with a sense of purpose last start. James McDonald threw him over the line over the final stages, had a good battle with the Amazing One Plus. He's been back to Chungfar and he's trialled really well up there, so I think he can go close in this race, Paul. Yeah,
I've got him in as well. I did like that trial at Chungfar as well. And look, he's still a well-rated horse here on a rating of 71. I mean, he has won in the 80s before. He won off 82.
Funny you should say that, Paul, because here is the trial and he comes from last turning for home.
Yeah, I think he'll do something similar, won't he? That seems to be the way he races the best, held up for one run. And you can see him coming down the outside and trialling really nicely. Now, as I said, a well-rated horse. There was a few seasons ago, but he has been there and done that before. He's in a bit of form now, and he seems to be going well. So, look, yeah, I'm definitely going to include him.
Yeah, and when he has won in the past, he hasn't backed it up, but he has normally run a half-decent race. So I think Casper's got him going well at the moment, and he can capitalise here.
Harry Bentley takes the ride. 2 rides for Harry on Invincible Missile for a couple of placings. 4 out of this replay to look at, Tom. I guess the most focus is going to be around Oscar Glory and how much work he does early to get outside the leader, according on the speed map.
Well, he's just a one-time winner as Oscar Glory, and it's a little tricky barrier number 11, but I think he can get up there and still show a good turn of foot in the straight here like he did when trying to hold out Navis 2, who, of course, won again at the weekend. So I've kept him safe, Paul. He's placed on multiple occasions. Just want to do a bit wrong late there.
Yeah, that's the thing with him. Yeah, no, definitely. He's hard to have on a win line, as you mentioned, but look, he does stay on nice enough. And as you've said, it's just if Fearless Fire lets him go, then he could get his own way in front. It could happen.
He's only likely tried around Happy Valley 2 is Oscar Glory. And finally, Paul, this is Leap of Faith. He's had 3 trials since we last saw him on the 1st of December.
And he's so fit, this horse, isn't he? He's fitter than you there, Mark. He's had 7 starts already this season, or 6 starts. This will be his 7th. So, look, he's got fitness on his side. But, look, he does find trouble, doesn't he?
He does, and he's never won course and distance. He's had 3 starts course and distance for just 1 minor placing, but he's stayed on pretty well there between runners in that barrier trial behind Hop King, Prawn and Co. He didn't quite make it in. He is drawn well. I'll be interested to see if he can turn that course and distance form around.
Same draw that he placed behind Savvy Kingman 3 starts ago, course and distance. All right, Paul, selections for race number 8.
I'm going to go with Maldives. Look, from barrier number 1, I think he can just get a nice posse in behind and get the right run. Look, Gift of Lifeline's horse we haven't talked about. He's won off a rating of 69 before he's back onto that rating of 69. There is a bit of speed on. He should get the race run to suit. Invincible Missile, of course, from the back there, and that trial was really good. I'm going to just take a little chance. He'll be a bit of a price here of Sky Forever. We have seen him finish off quite powerfully in a few of his races. Up to 1650, son of not a single doubt. He's only had the 7 starts, and if he gets any sort of run, I thought he might feature as well. 1, 5, 4 and 11.
Agree with Maldives. He's on top. I think he can go close in this race with his draw. Zach Purton riding him. David Hall, his stable's going nicely at the moment. So Maldives to beat Invincible Missile. 10 goes in. Oscar Glory. He wasn't too far away last start behind Navis 2, who's now won, of course, 3 in a row. And Fearless Fire, he'll be up on the pace somewhere with Oscar Glory. Drawn barrier 2, a 4-time course and distance winner. 1, 4, 10 and 7.